What's going on, Sagittarius? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be your reading for the month of October 2023. So in this reading, Sagittarius, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for the month, some things you do not see coming, and also get some advice from your angels and spirit guides, and so much more for you regarding October, Sagittarius. But before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading. And I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here, Sagittarius. So without further ado, I'm going to get into this reading and we'll see what is coming your way in October 2023 as Sagittarius. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides for overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Sagittarius. Yes. Okay, let's go ahead and see what we got going on here for you, Sagittarius. Wow. Wow. Okay, Sagittarius. So let's go ahead and jump into this reading. Before we get into the tarot, let's go ahead and start this off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards from the universe. And these oracle cards contain the energy of that which you need more of, the energy that spirit wants you to embody in October. And the first energy to look at for you is actually the narwhal. Narwhal, it's a type of whale with like a big pointed thing. And this card is actually called Freedom in Reverse. Freedom in Reverse. And this is a message that a lot of you, it might tick you off, but I'm telling you, it's very deep and it's very nuanced and subtle, so pay attention if you want. The fastest way to lose a Sagittarius is to tell them what to do, so don't pay attention. Do I really have to use reverse psychology on you already? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Here's the thing. The energy that you need more of is freedom in reverse. And this reminds me of the great story of Nikola Tesla, one of the greatest inventors that we have ever seen that created free energy. The thing about Nikola Tesla, many of you know the car company Tesla, who was named after Nikola Tesla. He basically was brilliant, but he died broke because he was too concerned about his own freedom and never committed to one single patron, and basically died broke because there's an issue within your life here, Sagittarius. It's very subtle that people around you that you may be trying to do business with, or something to do with your own commitment to your own freedom, may actually be costing you all of your freedom. And this is very subtle, it's very nuanced, so I hope you're paying attention. There's something here, Sagittarius, about being too concerned with non-commitment. You know, my freedom is the most important thing at all costs. And if we're talking about freedom of speech, if we're talking about America freedom, then I'm with you. Freedom, yeah. Live free or die trying. But that's not the type of freedom. I'm not talking about freedom of your rights to exist. I'm talking about the freedom of where you're going to commit your energy to. And for those of you that are involved in business and you're involved with a million people already, and even if you're not involved with anyone, there's something here about people around you, Sagittarius, are very hesitant, or even if they want to commit to you, it's impossible because they feel like no matter what, if something goes wrong, Sagittarius is gone. People around you right now in your life as you're listening to this, they know that your own freedom is your own priority. And Tarot's not here to tell you what to do. If that's what you want to do, that's great. I'm just trying to tell you of the energetic consequences because there's always a double-edged sword. Of course, freedom is your own priority. You can go wherever you want. That's great. But what I'm telling you is there's something preventing you from creating the physical, emotional abundance that you really deserve because you're too addicted to this idea of I don't have to serve anyone, I'm just going to serve myself. Those who do that end up usually in a nasty, quarrelsome situation. Is that even a word? It's the frequency. But there's something here, Sagittarius, for sure, that I don't want to see you end up like Nikola Tesla. So you must understand that sometimes the greatest freedom is to use your own free will to commit to someone or to something. And this goes deeper than a person, by the way. This has to do with your path. This is very deep, and I didn't expect to go this deep yet. But what I'm getting is even freedom of not committing to any sort of path. And some of you are committed, and that's great, but then it has to do with the people. But there's something about the tarot itself. When I started reading tarot, I committed myself to the craft of tarot, to the basics of tarot. And just to give you this example, I used the traditional Rider-Waite, the original tarot deck, because I wanted the thought form that is tarot, the thing that is tarot that is very alive. I'm losing some of you here. Oh well, the very thing that is alive, tarot. I wanted tarot to know that, no, I'm committed to you, tarot. And in return, tarot is committed to me. And I believe that it gives me blessings. And because I'm so committed to the standard tarot, it is committed back to me. And to give you one more clear example of this whole freedom thing, I am not necessarily free. Do you understand that basically, I am basically your own personal tarot slave? Do you understand? But what I'm trying to tell you is that actually gives me freedom. Because do you understand that no matter what you have going on in your life, you can always turn on YouTube and you can always get the little bit of guidance that you need from good old autistic mystic. That basically means that I have consciously, with my own free will, given up my own freedom to serve you as your own personal tarot slave. I'm using that word. That's the slave. I can stop anytime I want. I'm not gonna anytime soon. So I'm your tarot slave. And do you see how that is me giving up my own freedom, but then actually I get the support of all of you because you know I'm just going to be here for you? So in the same way, I feel like I could end this reading right now. No, I can't because there's a lot more going on. In the same way, there's something about your own utter commitment to your own freedom that is turning people off, or that is not allowing whatever you do want to commit yourself to get, like the tarot itself, to give you that energy of, oh, they're committed, here we go. So you definitely, and even if you're involved in business deals, you got business commitments, people can feel saggy, too much freedom. So I don't want to see you end up like Nikola Tesla, because if you put your freedom above anything else, sometimes you will suffer for it. So true freedom is not about being non-committal and just floating around. No, freedom is using your free will to choose what you're going to be committed to. And that does not take away from your freedom. You get me? You get me. So you also have victory here, and and you're not very far away from the success that you want at all. You're so close. It's like the Chinese thing here. Other energy that you need more of is victory here, and this is like the boar. Okay, so this is just getting it. It's very earthy energy. You need earthy energy of victory here, Sagittarius, and you're so close to victory. But I'm telling you, your own victory lies on the other side of your own, stubborn freedom. And it's going to manifest in so many different ways, which is why I gave you multiple examples of people, the tarot, me showing up for these readings. How that manifests for you is up to you, but you're so close to victory because what you need more of is earthly victory. And that tells me that is going to happen with commitment, a speedy commitment, something that you commit to that you don't think you're really ready for. But that power of taking a leap of faith, of commitment, using your free will, forces in this universe honor that. The universe reveals its secrets to those who dare to follow their heart. Do you think that I felt ready to start doing readings on YouTube for tarot? No, but I took the faith of commitment and then it honored me back. Because it's like what you put out is what you get back, right? So if you're putting out this energy of I'm just committed to my own freedom above all else, well then how is anything going to commit to you? How can money commit to you? How can anything? Because we think of these things as like, oh, I'm committed to this person. No, everything is alive. Everything is conscious. Money is conscious. If you walk down the street and see a $10 bill and you don't pick it up because you're like, whatever, I don't need that, then money is going to think something of you. Some of you, I'm losing you again because I'm getting too esoteric and too metaphysical, but if you cannot handle it, that is not my problem. The truth is the truth and I will speak it. So then the next energy you need is actually peace. And this is the turtle. I like turtles. But really, this is an element of water. And this card in particular, peace, is really calling you to prioritize peace between you and the people around you. And I do feel like some of that peace is going to come through some sort of, verbalized or contracted commitment or emotional commitment. I really feel like you're running into so many problems, Sagittarius, because even if you're in commitments, people can feel that you're not committed. So it doesn't have that juicy honey flow to get to the next level with. So there's something about maintaining peace. Like, you can have yourself and you can have this too. So it's a very interesting, because you're going through a very deep time of really analyzing yourself and your own subconscious mind at a very deep level, and it has to do with this freedom thing. Roles can be reversed here. For some of you, maybe dealing with someone going through this as well. If you know for a fact that this is not you, for some of you, roles can be reversed. And so maybe a lot of you. You could be dealing with a person who's dealing with this, but I feel like it's mostly you. So then your opportunity, Sagittarius, is the 8 of Wands. And this is all about speed, movement, open communication, and really making a quick decision. And also travel. There may be an opportunity for some of you to travel, but I feel like there's more of an opportunity for you to openly communicate and then make a quick decision. Like, use your freedom wisely. It's like, if you're not going to commit to someone, stop playing the halfway game. Because it's like, even like a biblical quote, if you are lukewarm, I will spit you out of my mouth. You must be either hot or cold. And that's like the whole message here, is like, quickly decide here about something. Then you still have this unfinished business. In your challenge, you have the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands has to do with, wounding that is still, it's still in the background. Something is not here. You have unfinished business. I feel like it's with someone as a result of this commitment thing. You clearly have unfinished business with someone here, and there may be a very quick opportunity for you to put that right. And it could be a little bit passionate. It could have to spring up a lot of personal emotions with you. And that's why you have this peace card, because I feel like you're dealing with a very emotionally charged situation in your challenge that you're going to want to maintain the peace, because I don't know, we're going to have to see what that's about. I feel like you do have unfinished business to work with someone in the physical world, but as a result of your non-commitment, it hasn't been able to get off the ground. So what that means, we'll have to see. When it comes to, and here's the thing, it's better to commit to something and figure out that you made the wrong commitment than to not commit to anything and be in the state of, freedom is my priority, like, I'm Saggy, and it's just like Aries is telling you, even if you don't understand it, just commit, because you can always change, you can always learn, but if you're halfway, then you'll get spit out the mouth, okay? The narwhal's mouth, except you're going to be spit out the narwhal spout. But in this case, the spout has a horn, and so you're just clogged, but the water can't come out. No, there's probably another spout. I'm so stupid, but I'm so, gosh damn, random. And then, so in your overall general energy, you have the Hermit, you have the 5 of Pentacles, and you have the Moon. So once again, this is you really thinking, am I going to die like Nikola Tesla alone? The thing about Nikola Tesla is that, he was the genius. He's above me. He's in terms of creative intelligence. Maybe I don't want to say that, but he is a absolute stud bezel, and you're a stud bezel. You have all these creative ideas, and there's just some sort of vibrational thing that we've been talking about for you. But no matter how you cut it, this month, wow, it could be surrounded by darkness. But on the other side, I'm telling you, this is a month of like, it's not like slow learning and then like a slow gradual change like we were talking about with like even Leo. This month for you is like you're in complete darkness, someone snaps their fingers, and it's daytime. And it has to do with you making a choice with what you're going to do with your own freedom. And I'm trying to clarify it for you. But here's the thing. In your overall general energy, it may seem a little dark. You have the Hermit, the 5 of Pentacles, and also the Moon. And with this energy being here, you're definitely going within and doing a little bit of soul searching when it comes to you feeling like you're on the outside of the physical abundance that you want. You also have the Moon here, which has to do with your subconscious mind. And there is a very big moon, ring of fire moon coming up here around the middle of the month. It might have something to do with it. But definitely you're investigating your own subconscious mind and why it is that maybe your own, we're going to have to see, but you're definitely thinking about a lot of the things that we've been discussing up until this point and other things, and what those things are, we're going to have to get into it, because what those things are is definitely some sort of unfinished business with a commitment that you've been halfway with. So like, let's just take the example of like, you're going to be like a music artist, right? Some of you who are like very talented musicians out there are just as an example for everyone to like illustrate what could be going on with you. For some of you, this is going on. You're a music artist, you know, you're very talented musically, but you're like, damn, you know, do I go try to make it in with like a big record label and like with the Matrix, or do I become an independent artist? But some of you haven't committed to either one, and so you're getting no results. So because there's some sort of unfinished thing about a major opportunity in the physical world with you and someone, it could be with someone you're already working with, you just need to get it back on track with reversing this lack of commitment thing. And then here's the thing where it just flips, because at some point something's just going to snap, and maybe it snaps early because I'm helping you with a Bific. I'm just here to like help you, you know, but in what you don't see coming right after all this, or right like intertwined with it, you have the Judgment card, you have the Wheel of Fortune, and you have the Queen of Pentacles here. Okay? You have the Judgment card, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Queen. So there's a major shift in consciousness about a predestined, dare I say predestined, or just practical opportunity to make a lot of money, to be very grounded, and to get what you want in the physical world. And this is like very spiritual. The Judgment to the Wheel of Fortune is you having a download about, this is my destiny. This destiny is going to lead me to a lot of money. But it has to come from a judgment. Okay, and this could be a judgment that I'm not going to work with this person. I am going to work with this person, but just please don't be halfway. It's like, because what energy do you need more of? You have this Victory card. You have the Boar. This is about this, right? You know, like this Wheel of Fortune next to the Queen of Pentacles is like jackpot, unlimited physical abundance, like ding, 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 ding. You just won a lot of money here, right? So it's like you're so close to that. It's just some sort of, and like, I'm telling you, some of you already have the money. Some of you are already very successful in the physical world, and this is more of just like an underlying vibrational readjustment that will have you even more success in the physical world. And it could have to do with business partners, of you always feeling like you're getting burned in business, or there's something about like you always feeling like, oh, everyone's out for themselves, I'm always getting burned. It's because you're putting out that energy. You're only going to attract people that have that energy. And gosh, I know I shouldn't be so harsh with this energy, with these I have these transits right now that are like going, it's a Pluto transit. So I'm just in the zone right now. So I'm sorry if I say something that like hits a nerve, like, and I'm just saying it like it's so matter of a fact. Maybe that's like, I'm sorry, but not sorry. Like, I just, okay. Let's get Joe Rogan's chart back up on there. Scumbag. All right. So let's go ahead and get some advice for you. Your advice is the Page of Wands, the Two of Swords, and also the Ace of Wands when it comes to your advice from Spirit. So there's definitely something addressing about hitting the gas, hitting the brakes. You know, I really feel like this is you looking at your inability to start something because of fear of commitment. Some of you have had opportunities to start some sort of new thing, but it's right when it started, you felt like my freedom is being taken away from me, and then you just run away. And what Spirit's trying to say for a lot of you is this is quite immature, to be honest. You know, the Two of Swords to the Page of Wands, like this is immature Sagittarius behavior that you're meant to go beyond. And it's not just this black and white thing that I'm just saying you have commitment issues and that's it. No, it's deeper. So we're going to have to clarify what that's about. I do feel once again that there could be someone that you're choosing to disconnect from because they themselves are very immature, and there is something here about someone only wanting you sexually, or someone's being so enamored by your physical body. There is something about that, Sagittarius. Like, with this being your advice, I would run away from anyone that you feel only wants you for that body. That just sounds a very weird download that I got, but there is someone here who's very interested in your sexual energy, but they're not interested in your own development, or they could be very interested in your persona, like the superficial things that you can give them. Even though sex isn't a superficial thing in the way that this person that you're connecting to is using it, it is. You want to be wary of this person, I'm getting. And you want to make sure that you're not just like immaturely sleeping around. Because if I were to look at this advice as well, there could be some sort of sexual thing that you do in October that takes away from your long-term goals. Because this is just, I mean, as an Aries reading this, the Aries, the baby, what's the card say? It says no penis. No penis. So it's just like, you know, maybe watch your sexual ability to be immature this month and curb that. But then it's like deeper than that, and then more so it's about the thing about your inability to start something because you're just too committed to your own immature sense of freedom. Here, someone's gonna shoot me. Okay. So let's start clarifying. Let's go ahead and clarify, why is the Hermit in your overall general energy? What is it that you're reflecting on? What is it that you're going deep about? Let's go ahead and see. Caramba. Well, yeah. The Hermit is clarified, Sagittarius, by the Two of Wands and also the Nine of Cups here. On a more practical level, not to get sucked up into the storyline that I keep harboring here, there's clearly a choice in love. Who's going to make me happy, who's not. There's clearly two people. I do feel in love you have a choice between two people. That's for sure. No matter who you're, if you're a Sagittarius listening to this, there's two people that you're considering above all else in a romantic setting. And you have to choose, you know, who's going to make me happy. And the way that you're going to choose that with the Hermit, the other three cards clarifying the Hermit, Sagittarius, is the World, the Three of Pentacles, and also the Emperor here. And I feel the person that you want to choose here is the person who's going to give you the most development, and the person who's going to help you improve your physical life, or the person who's going to help you reach your long-term goals. But then when we go back to the reading from a month ago, or even from last month, there was this thing about, you know, not making sure you're not using someone from the wrong reason. So it's like, it's layered here, and you want to be very careful with this. Now, on the main thing that I got that I diverted from so that I didn't keep pissing you off is the Hermit and your overall general energy going within is clarified by the Two of Wands and the Nine of Cups. Like, this is literally you going within, realizing, you know, I'm always not committing. Because my happiness, my freedom is the most important thing for me. But the Hermit then is coming in to say, well, the only way you can get an upgrade, the world is an upgrade, things coming full circle. The only way you can start the hero's journey is if you commit. And some of you are already in commitment, so you don't believe it. You're like, well, I'm committed in the business partnership. But then people can feel that you're not, and that's why it doesn't go to where it fully could go. Oh! And then you have this Three of Pentacles as well, so it has to do with clearly other people. So, listen, I don't want to see you end up like Nikola Tesla, where Elon Musk is having, you know, Tesla died in a little crappy, you know, square foot coffin apartment with no money because his freedom, his inability to commit to a patron was his downfall. And it seems to me your inability to commit to a patron, whatever the patron means for you, is also your downfall. And there's also this thing about a destined patron, someone, when I'm talking about this, you're clearly destined to work with them to make a lot of money, but it seems to me that you just can't even start it because you're immature Saggy and you have this unfinished business. So with that being said, I hope this reading helped you. No, we're not done yet. I almost just bounced, but we're not going to bounce because we still need more information. So I do want to clarify, why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Because in what you don't see coming, the Judgment, the Wheel of Fortune, some of you are going to be having a golden opportunity to pounce on, and you really want to make sure that your lack of ability to commit to a path is going to you don't want to miss this one, and that's why I'm tweaking. It's not even me. Remember, I'm your tarot slave. I am tarot's prince, and it just gives me the shit because I gave up my freedom. So can you see how clearly, how many ways do you want me to illustrate it? How many more? Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? See, it's coming and grabbing my head. Like sometimes, like during these readings, I like move my neck because it's like a autistic stimming thing. Like just to comfort myself, but sometimes I move my neck and then I literally just feel like spirit grab it and they just like they tweak it, and then I'm like, ooh, I didn't know I needed that adjustment, and here's where I lose a lot of the muggles. See ya. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? The Wheel of Fortune is clarified by your challenge. The Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the Nine of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands is your challenge. And so clearly there's some sort of opportunity that's going to be very slow building to your long-term goals. It's going to take a little bit, but you're so afraid to commit to it. Last card I want to clarify is why the Nine of, because it came out in what you don't see coming, why is the Nine of Wands here, Sagittarius? Yep. The Nine of Wands, first of all, is clarified by the Three of Cups. So there is something here about how do I go about this process of commitment and doing everything right while keeping the peace. Because remember, you need that turtle peace, emotion. You need water, peace, and you have this, which is about emotional peace and harmony with others. But it's also about committing to a group, perhaps. And it's, yeah, definitely So in what you don't see coming, in your challenge. Your challenge is clarified. The Nine of Wands is clarified by the Three of Cups, the Magician, the King of Wands, the Hierophant. And I'm sorry. When it just does this, I'm just sorry. When it keeps repeating itself. And for a lot of you, you're going to have a choice between a fire sign and an air sign. Not for all of you here, but definitely remember how I kept saying you have this choice in love thing. Well, clearly in your challenge, it's right there. There's a commitment in the middle. There's a person on either side. So there could be a choice between a more of an eccentric versus a logical individual, and then you have this Magician, which is all about your potential. So the reason why I was laughing, Sagittarius, is because it seems to me that you have unfinished business with committing to someone to build your potential with this person, but it could be two different paths that you have in front of you here. And I do feel like the path that it's telling you to do is not the one that's like superficial based on that DD, but it's like more of the one like not the D, but like focus on the double D's, and you can only have double D's if you have abundance. And so I'm speaking my own autistic language right now, but I hope that you're following along. But then even if you... God damn it!